Hey, it's Captain Mike over at fishyourassoff.com, and today I'm covering something. I've covered it before, but it was a while ago, so I figured I'd just do another one on this same subject, and I think it'll help people out. This one always gets a lot of feedback, because so many people have their own specific colors that they just swear by, that work some of the time, and then they're not realizing that there's other colors that would work better more of the time. To catch snook specifically in this video, but I'm going to do them for all kinds of different fish. But if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a believer that saltwater fish only care about a couple of colors, something light and something dark. That's really it. Like bass fishermen know that it's a little bit more nuanced for bass fishing. You need a lot of colors. You need something green, something brown, something like a purple or black, something like that, and then a light color. So saltwater fish, for whatever reason, just aren't as discerning, and I don't know why, but it is the case. So when you're talking about snook, okay, you're going to be using light colors most of the time, unless you only target them in the morning, like low light scenarios, the morning, sunset, nighttime, or in dirty water. So in all of those scenarios, you're going to want something dark. Black, brown, purple. You pick. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Any of those colors, they're all the same to me in my mind. I try them all the time. I'm going to show you all these different colors I have that I try all the different time. It just doesn't seem to matter. Very rarely does the root beer lure get more hits than, say, the purple lure or the black lure in these scenarios. It's really close. There could be a hit or two difference here and there based on some different outside environmental variables, but it's pretty much doesn't matter. Just dark. Now, in good light scenarios and cleaner water scenarios, white. Just fish with white. Now, when I say white, it could be white, it could be a pearl color, so an iridescent white. It can be glow, so it can be, a night glow, a lot of people call it. Whatever. It could be white with even gold glitter in it, or white with silver glitter in it. But white. You can switch it around and decide what you want, but they're just so similar that it just really doesn't seem to matter most of the time. You need to find that color and that bait that you're confident in, and once you feel confident in it, it's really about matching the size, profile, and your retrieve. It's not color. Color's last on the list. So I'm going to cover some of those colors with you. Let's start with light. Okay. Light. These are white 3 3/4 inch paddle tails that I had a guy make for me, and they have gold and silver glitter in them. Just because I could never find any paddle tails that had both gold and silver. They're either white with gold or they're white with silver. So I had a guy make me a bunch of these things, and this is what I use when I'm fishing paddle tails. Mostly is going to be these, because I got so many of them. But you just pearl, white, glow, whatever it is. All right, let me show you some more stuff. So I'm about ready to go on a trip down in the Everglades, where I'm expecting there to be a lot of finger mullet and things like that. And these are glow. These are 4-inch glow jerkbaits from DOA. They're from DOA, okay? So I expect when the water's cleaner that I'm going to be using these two, and maybe even a 5.5 inch. I didn't bring it out. Maybe a 5.5 inch jerk bait, or even the 4-inch paddle tails that are going to be pearl or something like that. So it's the profile and the size that matters. It's not the color. This is just not white, glow, pearl. Could be any of them. Could be any of them. You can just have all white or all glow or all pearl. You'll do fine. When there's a lot of light, the water's clean, that scenario. The low light scenarios, there's a lot of different colors you can choose from, just depending. This is something, it's black. It's all black with a little bit of gold glitter in the belly. This is one that works great, especially for those tea colored waters, so darker murky waters, tannin filled waters. But I'd probably catch just as many fish with something purple like this. This is a June bug color, so it's purple with some like blue glitter in it. But I'm pretty confident that I'd actually catch about the same amount of fish if I was fishing with root beer like this, because it's really not that. And here's another one. It's a dark one. It's called Golden Brim, which is basically a brown, dark, whatever. So my point on all this is something light, something dark. That's it. You pick. Doesn't matter. If you only use this color when you're fishing in low light scenarios or dark or muddy water, you're going to do just fine. If you, instead of picking that color, want to use these just something like this, a June bug, a purple type thing, that's going to work just fine too. That's my whole point. Or a root beer or Golden Brim, these brown ones. So once you know that, you don't have to spend a lot of money on all these different things. It's all about your retrieve, and it's all about the size and profile. So if you see you're up this creek, it's a dark creek, maybe it's lower light scenario or it's super cloudy out, and you see that all these little teeny things like this are getting busted on, well, you certainly don't want to throw your 5.5 inch dark lure at them, even though you know you want to throw a dark lure at them. What you know is you want to throw your 3 inch at them. You want to match the hatch. You want something that's basically as close to that size as you can get. Conversely, if you see them blasting mullet, you know, bigger type mullet, you certainly don't want to throw your 3 inch at them. You want to throw something that's going to be 5.5 inch or 6 inch at them, because you don't really want to throw them something they're not focused in on. So many times these predatory fish just get dialed in on a certain size and profile, and they're not going to mess with whatever you're throwing at. There are days when you could put a piece of broccoli on a hook and throw it, and they're feeding that voraciously, you'd probably catch a fish or two. So there's certain times when they're just feeding haphazardly, and other times when they're very discerning. So pretend like it's always that time when they're very discerning, and really dial in on your size and profile and your retrieve. But don't really think too much about colors. The point of this, I'm going to get lots of comments. I do every time I do one of these, because everyone has their favorite color and it works a lot of the time, and they're like, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. But I kind of do know what I'm talking about. So try it. Just pick your colors and then just vary your size and profiles, and I almost guarantee you, if you just do light and dark and then your profiles, that you'll catch more snook. So I hope this helped, and that's it for today. Thanks.